Alright, now we're going to start on problem number 11. Let's get my timer started here. Alright, so we're going to need a graph, looks like. And so here we're solving a system of equations, and the system is y equals x plus 3. I'll do that in blue. So we start at a y-intercept of 3, and the slope is 1 because there's no number there. So I'm going to go up 1 over 1. So it's just all these blue dots here. So I can connect those. There we go. And then the next equation I'll do in a different color. And the next equation is y equals 2x. The intercept in this case is 0 because there's nothing being added or subtracted. And then the slope is 2, so we're going to up to right 1, up to right 1, up to right 1, and there we go. That's the point we're looking for, the point of intersection. Found it. The rest we can just kind of sketch out. So the answer is right here. So it's at 3, 6. And it's a good idea to check it to see if it makes sense. So 3 plus 3 equals 6, and 3 times 2 equals 6. So we know that this is the correct answer. Alright, so let's go on to number 12. Again, we're going to need a graph. Okay, and let's see. So our first equation we'll do in red is y equals x minus 2. That's in slope-intercept form, so the intercept is -2. The slope is 1, so we're going to go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. Also, same as down 1, left 1. And there's our line, something like that. And the next equation we'll do in green is y equals -1/2 x plus 1. So here the y-intercept is 1, and we're negative slope, so we're going to go down 1, right 2, and there we go, we found the intersection already. So there's no reason to continue to make a bunch of dots. So the intersection we believe is at 2, 0. So that's how you would write the solution. Now let's check it. So 2 minus 2 is 0. 2 times -1/2 is -1. Plus 1 is 0. So this is correct. It checks out. We're going to move on to the next one. The next one is technically starting a quiz on section 13.5, so it starts back over at problem number 1. So this is the 13.5 to 13.8, and we're starting on number 1. And it says if 64 players enter a singles tennis championship, how many matches are needed to determine the winner? Well, each time you have a match, someone loses, so they're out of it. So here's our first match. We're down to 32 players. Then half of those people will lose, and then half of those people will lose, and then half of them will lose, and so on, till we have our number 1 player champion. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds to get to number 1. So there you go. That's how many matches. Actually, the problem I think is a little more difficult now that I think about it, because in the first round we have it depends how we're going to ask it, how the question is being asked. How many matches? So not how many rounds. So it would be 6 rounds. The first round there's 32 matches. And the next round there's 16, and in the next one there's 8, and then 4, then 3, then 2. Wait, did I do that right? So there's 32 matches, 16, then 8, then 4, then 3, then 2, and then the last match there. So how many matches total? Well, it looks like 48, 56, 63, 66 matches total. Okay. Moving on to number 2, solve and graph. Since these are all one variable equations, we can assume that it is number line graphing, so I'm going to add 5 to both sides here, leaving me with x is greater than 3. Whoops, almost messed that up. X is greater than 3, and to graph that, we just need greater than, so open circle, shading to the right. Alright, next one we'll do on the same page. X plus 6 is less than 1. We're going to subtract 6 from both sides. We end up with x is less than negative 5. To graph that, we get a 0, we get a negative 5. That's an open circle shading left. Alright, we'll go on to number 4. 2x is less than or equal to negative 6. I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So I have x is less than or equal to negative 3. To graph that, I get a 0, I get a negative 3. Now it's a closed circle because it's less than or equal to, and we're shading less than. That's to the left. Number 5, negative 3x is greater than negative 12. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. When you divide by a negative number, the inequality switches direction. So now we have less than 4. 4 is right here, 0 is right here. That's an open circle shading left, less than. Okay, number 6. We have c over 2 plus 3 is less than 8. I'm going to subtract first. If you choose to multiply by 2 first, you would have to multiply everything by 2, including this 3. So don't forget that if that's what you choose to do. I'm going to multiply everything by 2 now. So I'm going to have c is less than 10. Graphing that, I got a 10, 0. Open circle, because it's less than. Just less than. And shading left, less than. Number 7, we got negative 3a minus 5 less than or equal to 4. So I'm going to add 5 first, because dividing by 3 would give me a bunch of fractions, which, if we have to deal with it, we can. If we don't have to, then why do it, right? Now we're going to divide by negative 3, which is going to change the direction of the inequality sign. Graph it. We have a negative 3, we get a 0. This is a filled in circle because it's greater than or equal to, and greater than is to the right. We're moving along to number 8. Now we're using a coordinate grid. 1, because they gave us a coordinate grid, and 2, because it has 2 variables in it. So let's do that. The equation, or it's an inequality, is y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 4. It's in slope-intercept form, so we make a dot at negative 4. The slope is 2, so that's 2 over 1. So that's going to be up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. Also, that's negative 2 over negative 1 is the same thing, which is down 2, left 1. And it's the same line. So I'm going to connect the dots here. That's not quite straight, but you get the idea. It's supposed to be. And it's a solid line because it's greater than or equal to, and greater than means we're going to shade above. So all up there. All up there. You get the idea. Alright, let's go to number 9. We're going to need a coordinate grid again. Let's get rid of that. Okay. And, whoops, where did my coordinate grid go? There you go. Get out there. Alrighty. We're going to do red. So we're going to have y is less than 3x plus 6. The y-intercept is at 6. The slope is 3. That's a positive. So we're going up and right. Up 3, right 1. We ran out of space here, so it's also nice to know that you can go down 3, left 1. So this is fairly steep. Okay. I'm going to make my line. Okay, now it has to be dotted because it's less than, so the line itself is not part of the answer, so we show that by making it dotted. And